Hi, my name is Heather the Heat Hardy, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
This is Amanda the Real Deal Serrano, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Hi, I'm Courtney. And I'm Janita. And you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So the plot gets thicker as Bomac, Brian McIntyre, trainer of undefeated WBO welterweight superstar boxer Terrence "Bud" Crawford, goes back and forth via social media discussing the highly anticipated unification welterweight mega showdown between his fighter Crawford and unified WBC IBF welterweight superstar boxer undefeated Errol the True Spence Jr., in which Bomac has some interesting things to say regarding Errol Spence, and Bomac stated a few jabs at Errol Spence, to say the least. One in particular, he stated that the fans, himself and Terence Crawford, have to all wait until Errol Spence has time enough to sober up, train, get in shape, and sign a contract. He also stated that, pretty much it's a 50-50 fight. He's saying that, the issue with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is Errol Spence's lack of being able to stay sober, his sobriety. He says that Errol Spence and the fans wouldn't be in this position if he was sober the night he suffered a horrific car accident, October 10th. So he's saying that the mega showdown is being held up by none other than Errol the True Spence Jr. because his lack of discipline, his lack of commitment to the sport. So he's saying that, he's telling the fans of Errol Spence, how about you guys tell him to stay focused and get locked in, right? This is what Bomac had to say. Now he's going back and forth with Fat Cat, right? Shouts out to Fat Cat on Twitter, right? And they go back and forth, in which, Bomac says it started off with Bomac, Brian McIntyre, trainer, manager of Terence Crawford, stating that we don't need Errol Spence to make it to the Hall of Fame. So Fat Cat, and shouts out to Fat Cat for putting me up on this, and he's the one that went back and forth with Brian McIntyre. He says, first, Spence ain't loyal to the sport. Now it's Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is already covered from lower weights. Stick to the present. Sell more tickets outside of Omaha. Get better promo. Better yet, get promo on ESPN. Fight a real name and buy Bud a personality, and the fight will go down. Bomac responded to that. He stated, here's what Bomac had to say. He says, if you and your fighter was loyal to his craft, he wouldn't be in this position he is now, and we would have a date already. Then Fat Cat replies by saying, stop copping, please. I get EJ at fault for the accident. That's problematic. But Bud had years to build a profile, attract non-traditional fans to make it a huge fight. So that's on you and y'all camp. Fox, ESPN ain't got to split pennies. Bomac responded, but no, you and the rest of y'all Spence fans have to wait until the cat stays sober long enough to train and sign the contract. Right? Fat Cat responds, so you're admitting y'all are the B-side. That is what it sounds like. Or we waiting on Spence to be sober. First, we don't need him. Second, we Hall of Fame. Now we waiting on him. You changing like the wind. Bomac responds, you must be drunk if you think Spence is doing the number that they reporting or making the money that they say he's making. I bet all my house, my cars, and my gym, but I don't understand what he's saying. I bet all my house and cars and my gym, but Bud has made, I guess he meant to say Bud, because he put but he put B-U-T instead of B-U-D, has made more money than Spence in the last year. See, the problem, Spence ain't loyal to his craft. Fat Cat responds, if I'm drunk, you must be on something, blank. It's proof in the pudding. Y'all ain't doing numbers on ESPN, and blank, the craft is business, one-on-one profit maximization. Broke, blank, scream loyalty, real, blank, do business. Wow. So they, Bomac is going back and forth regarding, this mega showdown. He's saying that Errol Spence has an issue with sobriety, thus the reason why this fight is being held up. He said if the fans get Errol Spence to stay sober long enough to sign the contract and train, then the fight could take place. There's a lot of posturing in my opinion. I feel like ESPN, Top Rank, needs to promote Terence Crawford more than they're doing. Like I stated before, I believe that Errol Spence makes lateral moves. If he fights Sean Porter, that's a lateral move, like he already did for the WBC. That's a unification bout. In the meantime, Terence Crawford was fighting Amir Khan. Then Errol Spence was on his way to fighting Danny Garcia, who was a two-division unified world champion. Terence Crawford went into a fight with Kavaluskas. Errol Spence could go into a fight now with the likes of 8-division Filipino superstar boxing legend, who's currently the WBA welterweight world champion, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, whom Terence Crawford was looking to land a showdown with for years when Manny Pacquiao was still signed to Top Rank, wasn't able to secure that fight. Now Errol Spence could be on the verge of securing that fight. That's a lateral move. That's a unification bout. You understand? So at this point in time, Terence Crawford is short on opponents. And so I believe that, that Top Rank and ESPN has to do a lot more to build up his profile a lot bigger. Yes, he is considered the pound for pound best fighter in the world, right? And but he doesn't have, at this point in time, Terence Crawford is pretty much living off of what he did at 140 and 135, being undisputed at 140 and being the world champion at 135, because the level of opponents at 147 at the welterweight weight limit are just not matching up to his talent. And so this is where he's falling short. This fight is a mega fight and it needs to happen. Obviously, Errol Spence suffered a setback October 10th with the horrific car accident. January 25th, he was supposed to face Danny Garcia. Then at this point in time, we could already be looking to a possible Errol Spence-Manny Pacquiao fight. But nonetheless, we're dealing with a situation worldwide in this virus, and that put everything on hold. So, who knows when everything will resume. But I'm pretty sure their next fights is not going to be amongst each other. But after that, people are going to be calling for this fight, and it needs to happen ASAP. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Hey, this is Jasmine. Thank you for watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, soy Jasmine. Gracias por ver Sangre Azul Deportes TV. Gracias.